Everyone, welcome back to another edition of FSI's PGA DFS preview. I am your host TK Nation 47, bringing to you the Showdown Round 4 for the AT&T Byron Nelson. 3 rounds of straight shootout material here, birdie fest, all kinds of bogey-free rounds, bonuses, birdie streaks, you name it. And the golfers, they got it. So you're going to have to shoot into the possibly 300s for takedown and GVP. So each guy might have to average 40 to 50 fantasy points. So you can't miss when you want to cash some of these showdown slates. So I'm going to break down each tier. I'm just going to talk a little bit about each golfer, how they've been playing, kind of make some determination about how you think each golfer is going to fare tomorrow. I usually use my stat models to kind of base my strategic points and tiers in which guys I want to use, and use that advantage and to see, maybe project how these guys can do in a single round format. Okay. All right, let's get into it. First up, we have Jordan Spieth at 10-6, sitting in third. Had to battle back on the last 2 holes, birdied out. Fantastic finish for him. Kind of put himself back into contention after a bogey on 15. So I'm going to keep rolling him out there, and I think this course is just too easy for Jordan Spieth the way he's playing. He's going to make a run. He knows he has to go low to catch Burns and KH Lee. So give me Jordan Spieth, and just going to keep going with the guy. Sam Burns at 20 under, 10-4. He only shot 3 under today. I mean, typically that's a good round, but in the sense that this is a course where you're going to have to shoot 5-6 under to stay in lead contention. He's kind of just going off that 10 under second round right now. Otherwise, he's probably in like 44th or like 40, or like 33rd. So Burns, I think, is a little riskier, even though he's playing with the lead and he won last week. I think, without the big 10 under round, I don't know. Let's get into the stats real quick on Burns. He's 5.5 on the approach and 10.6 tee to green. That tee to green leads the field. So it does look like the strokes total, 12.2. Yeah, he leads the field. Putter hasn't really been that big impressive. So I could be dead nuts wrong. It's just a gut feeling. I kind of don't think Sam Burns wins this. I think it's going to be one of these guys from the back, or KH Lee. That's actually my hope, because I have a huge $10 pre-tournament KH Lee bet. If it cashes, it's $1,700. So fingers crossed for old TK here that he gets his KH Lee win, and Sam Burns doesn't spoil the party and go back-to-back. But we'll see. I think Burns still a fairly great play. He's, first. So what more can you say? Next up, we have John Rahm, 10-2, going to be a fade for me. Bryson DeChambeau at 10K. I had a lot of them in weekend, and he just flopped hard. So I'm off on both Rahm and Bryson. It's all Burns and Spieth for me. Guys at the top, place differential matters. Even though, you can come from the back and storm up to the top of the leaderboard. I think everyone does that. So it's like everyone's at least getting 4 or 5 birdies. So what more can you really do from T34 and T59. So I'm out on Rahm and Bryson. Next up, we have Scheffler, 9-7. The ball striking was not there. We hit it hard. We hit it good on round 3 with a fade. We're going to continue to do so. Berger has been playing very well. T18, 13 under. He shot pretty well today. I believe it was 6 under. So I do like Daniel Berger heading into tomorrow's round. He shot 5 under today. He's T18. I can see another 5-6 under. So the price tag does do a little bit. It's going to work. 4.2 on the ball striking statistics. So 9.5 I think is pretty solid for golfer 2. Ortiz, 93. I think that's priced up a little too high for a guy his caliber, but he is playing pretty well. He was just around 8K. I think there might be better plays below him. Doc Redmond seems to be heading backwards late in his round. Hasn't played well this year, so fade for me. Kazire, 9-1, going to be another fade. He only shot 1 under today. He looked like he was really struggling, so So far, quick recap, 5 minutes in. Spieth, Burns, Berger, 8K range. Oh, last guy in the 9K, Zalatoris. Actually, Zalatoris' ball striking been pretty well. 5.3 on the approach, 6.2 ball striking, 6.2 tee to green. He's -3 putting. So if he figures out his putter, he's going to shoot super low. 8 under, 7 under. John and I, my partner in crime here at FSI, we both have him in one and done. So we're really hoping for a strong Sunday finish, maybe propel him inside the top 15. So I do like, I'm going to bet on Zalatoris. That's a risky play, but I think at 9K, it could work out. It can't. Because, all that ownership's going to this next guy, and that's KH Lee, 89, my guy tomorrow. Golfer 2 for sure. Lock it in. Go low, KH Lee. Bring it home for TK. Noren, I think, is a pretty strong play at 8-8 as well, and Charles Schwartzel at 8-7. I like that little pocket here from 9K to 8-7. There's going to be a lot of good golfers. All 4 of them, I think, are going to be pretty strong. As golfer number 2, I think that's a lot of where the ownership's going to go. So all the guys that I've dismissed, I think, are going to be pretty low owned. I still do like Berger in that mid 9K range. Leishman, I am out on. I never played Leishman. Siwoo Kim hasn't done anything since the first round. Wyndham Clark is a fairly decent play. Harris English went bonkers today. This looks like a pretty strong finish for him. 7.2 total. Yeah, Siwoo Kim not gaining any strokes on the approach. Excuse me. Leishman, kind of misleading statistics, I would say, -1.5 on the around the green game. So that kind of tells me that he probably isn't scoring well on par 5s, because that's a lot of where you need some strong around the green play, those short par 4s. So yeah, moving on. Don't mind Ryan Palmer at 8K. He really came up strong. He did fizzle out towards the end, but I don't mind him in GPPs. But the next guy I would consider a head-to-head cash kind of guy, and that's Matt Kucher. He's been on fire since round 2. 17 under, 7.9. The ball striking is definitely there for Kucher. 3.6 on the approach, 6.2 tee to green. Play a lot of Kucher. That's golfer 3 in your lineups. Spawn and Whaley, I'm going to pass. Seamus Power and Joseph Bramlett. I like both of those plays. They've been playing really well. Seamus Power, let me find him. Looks like he's all putting. Putt for dough, but he's playing really well around the greens. I think that's going to work for him with the multiple short par 4s and the par 5s. When you can play around the green, you don't really necessarily have to be elite ball striking with the golf course with this style. So I think Seamus Power is a strong play based on those numbers around the green and on the green. Let's get into who was the other guy. It was Bramlett. Yes, I like Bramlett as well. 2.6 on the approach, 6.3 ball striking. Love it. Pretty good. Gentleman here for 7-7. Don't mind Brant Snedeker for GPPs. Taylor Gooch, 7-5. He was way back, made the cut on the number, and now he's all the way up to T34 with 11 under. Guys like him and Zalatoris, who started in the back, have made their way up to the midway point. They continue to climb on the weekend, so I'm going to continue to play Taylor Gooch. His price has been dropping, and he's only been moving up in the leaderboard. I like that scenario. Give me some Taylor Gooch. Next up, we probably are going to roll down to... Ooh, look at this. 6K range is not too fun. Oh, Roger Sloan for sure. 6-7. I love that price tag for Roger Sloan. He's been playing really well. 3.2 on the putting green, 2.1 tee to green, really 5.2 total. Give me Roger Sloan for that price tag, 6-7. I think that's only going to work out for us. And this looks like it's going to be it. So Scott Brown finished pretty well in his round today. I don't mind him. But that'll pretty much do it for the FSI Showdown DraftKings breakdown. I am your host, TK Nation 47 on Twitter. Follow me. You can follow our Twitter handle at FSI_DFS. And you can find a link to the core lineups, the player pool, any free advice. You can find that link in our bio. And please like and comment below. Love interaction with you all. And make sure you give us a follow. So thank you. Enjoy the last round of the AT&T Byron Nelson. Go KH Lee. Bring it home for TK. And look forward to PGA next week. You're going to want to get into all of this new content coming out for the PGA. Core lineups, model projections, anything you can think of. John are going to be on top of it. Expect a course preview coming out tomorrow. So really looking forward to another major week, Millie Maker week. Come on, let's get into PGA. It's season time, so let's go. See ya.